All right, so back on the Gulf Coast Stapletons and Brittany Morris Stapleton's response video, as I talked about yesterday. If you will go back and listen to the words she is saying and exactly what she is saying, she is telling you who she really is. I've just seen one of the actual reports from one of the agents that was investigating Josh, and this is quote, "He admitted to viewing child bad pictures, but claimed he didn't have an interest in children, despite stating he may have," which means he did, "pleasured himself to those." It's very sick. Oof. Sorry. But stated he didn't think it was against the law to do this. Now, fast forward to Brittany's response statement. One of her statements, and this is quote word for word, "There was nothing illegal about what was going on." This tells you neither one of them feel bad about this or think there's anything wrong with this. Simple as that. It's their words, not mine, not anyone else's. This is their exact words. Now, she also goes on to say that that people were saying they were on his work laptop, but that was not true. And then she says he didn't have them on his work laptop because he knew how secure the work laptop was. That's word for word what she said. So that's meaning he knew better than to have them on his work laptop. So he knew this stuff was really bad and illegal. He just doesn't care. Same with her. They know it's illegal. They just don't care. It doesn't bother them. Then she also goes on to say, well, in the beginning of her video, she says, "Absolutely, I knew what all was going on before I got with him. Normally, an ly word would show deception, but in this instance, I've gone back and watched a lot of her videos. She uses ly words and absolutely a lot, so probably doesn't mean anything. So I do believe she's telling the truth, and that she knew very well up front what all was going on. She just doesn't care. It doesn't bother her, and we'll stop at that. Anyway, then these are the scariest statements that she said. If you really listen to what she is saying, they have never been around children that the parents didn't know what Josh had done. That tells me more than likely, can't be for sure, that parents were allowing him to be around their kids to do bad things. Very, very scary statement that she's making. Then she also goes on to say, a lot of people have a lot of these people usually refers to a clique group. More than likely in this situation, the bad clique or group that's involved in that stuff, have our backs. They have personally witnessed Josh around their kids, and it doesn't bother them. That's what she said. It is a very, very sick and scary, scary statement to think about. Have a lot of years in investigations and interview and interrogation, been teaching it for a lot of years. The thing she is saying is this textbook, that she just doesn't care, that it doesn't bother her. It obviously doesn't bother him. Both of these individuals are very sick. Both. And probably some of their friends as well. Definitely some of their friends. Very sick people. And then she goes on to say, they're just living like they always do.